Nice. Well, thanks. It's a great honour to speak here and to be lined up with the NUS. I mean, it really means a lot to me. For those of you who don't know, I'm a filmmaker, and 12 years ago, 1998, concerned and frightened and freaked out by everything that was going on, and finding it difficult to make sense of the world, decided to make a film about peace. Through my research, I realised there was no day of peace, there was no day of global unity, there was no day of intercultural cooperation, there was no day of ceasefire, there was nothing actually that was about uniting the world and stopping the violence, even if only for a day. And so I decided to see if I could make that film about creating that day, thinking that it was bound to fail, but that if I failed, at least I'd make a statement about how unwilling, the global community is to unite and come together as one, which in itself was going to answer some questions for me. But it didn't. The Dalai Lama, Kofi Annan, Mary Robinson, Shimon Peres, Amri Musa, and many, many others started inviting me around the world. I went into Burundi, Somalia, Gaza, the West Bank, Sri Lanka, Sudan, the Congo, Afghanistan, etc. Speaking to women and children and learning that this day of peace was a starting point for people's actions for a more peaceful world. And eventually what that led to was the British government, the Costa Rican government, and 54 other co-sponsors putting that idea forward to the United Nations General Assembly. That day was unanimously adopted by every member state of the world, and the world now has a peace day, which is, of course, the 21st of September. But when that was done, I could hear the cynics saying, yeah, but it's just a day of peace, it's symbolism, it won't actually do anything, it doesn't mean anything. And that was really shocking, that I'd heard that the day could save lives, that children could be vaccinated, etc., etc. And so I wanted to then prove that it could work. So the one place that they were saying was impossible was Afghanistan, and the one group they said you couldn't talk to was the Taliban. So we went to Afghanistan and we led a process. Well, some of our ambassadors, Jude Lord, one of our ambassadors, came with me. And eventually, after being with ISAF, NATO, the British government, Karzai, civil society, doctors, elders, I mean, literally everybody you can imagine, we led this process. And eventually, the Mujahideen wrote this letter. The head of the Mujahideen said, OK, we won't kill or kidnap anybody on that day of ceasefire. And as a consequence of that, we were able to take 10,000 vaccinators into areas that you couldn't normally go to, was supported by WHO and UNICEF, and vaccinated 1.4 million children against polio on that day. So as a lot of people made all of that happen, it was an incredible thing. So, the next step for us is that we need to institutionalise that day. We need to make sure that every single human being on the planet knows about that day. We need to unite and come together as one. And that's the next process we're in. At the O2 Arena the other day with Newton Faulkner and Razorlight and Liza Doolittle and Cat Stevens and a whole host of others, we launched Global Truths 2012. On the 21st of September 2012, next year, we want to see the largest reduction of violence both domestically and internationally. And we want to see that because in Afghanistan it was a 70% reduction of violence. So if we can do that in Afghanistan, why can't we do that everywhere? And that's the campaign. On Wednesday I'll be back with Ban Ki-moon discussing it with him and the heads of UNICEF on Tuesday, etc., etc. And what's amazing is, for me, the one group, the most important group in this world that must unite and must lead the way, in my opinion, is students. So to have the opportunity to have met with the NUS and to say on the 21st of September 2012, could the 7 million students of the United Kingdom come together as one, march, walk, dress in white, and be noticed on that day? And that out of that, perhaps, in its 90th year, which began as a peace organisation, perhaps those 7 million students could actually mobilise the students of the world. I've just got back from Pakistan. I know students are mobilising in Pakistan, in Colombia, in Mexico, and elsewhere. But if the students led the way on this day, what a sign that would be to the governments of our world that we want it to stop. We want it to be different, and we are going to unite, and our voices will be heard. And out of that comes change, and out of that comes hope. That is the leverage that makes governments stop. It's a fact, and it's you. We can do this together. So I'm really proud to have the opportunity to be here with NUS. You can find information on our website at peaceoneday.org. I know that you can speak to the bodies of the NUS, the people that you work with. They also have information. But please take this back to your universities, tell your friends, and start to mobilise. Together we can create Peace One Day. It's a massive honour to talk to you in front of you. Thank you.